How's it going, Electron Man? Here we back. This is part 3 of this little mini PA70 Chinese amp. As you can see from part 2, I pretty much got it together. I'm really down to these 2 MOSFETs and 2 transistors, and then mounting it to a heatsink. So a lot of this one's going to cover that and putting a couple power wires on it, which I know orange and red are not. I should have red and black, but I happen to have this wire laying around, and I built it. I'll know that orange is the neutral, but maybe I put a little heat shrink on it. But anyway, hey, it's the wire I had handy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and first thing I'm going to do is get this heat. I found this heat sink laying around. I don't know what I had it off of, but it actually fits this little lamp rather nicely. I mean, just about a perfect fit there. And I already laid the MOSFETs down and put a couple holes there. So my next thing is going to do is I'm going to try and drill those out and use a couple little short self-tapping screws to mount those transistors down to the base of this heatsink. Hopefully this goes pretty smooth. I'm going to try it first with not a heavy-duty piece of equipment, but basically just a cordless screwdriver with a drill bit, and let's see how good we can do. I think this aluminum is going to be pretty soft, so and there we go. There's our holes drilled out. Hopefully I did my calculations right. As far as drill bit size, this should self-tap real nicely into that hole. I'll go ahead and kind of pre-tap it and see how it's going to go. If it's going to go. Might have to look for another option if that doesn't work. Yeah, I don't think that hole's going to be big enough. Huh, okay. I don't want to get oversized here, though. I had 2 bits laying out here. What do I do with the other bit? Oh, right here. Is there going to be more? Well, let's enlarge it a little bit. Bolts all the way through it, right? Just need a way to secure them down to the heat sink's the key. I'm trying to just use I kind of sized the screw and thought it was about right, but that feels like that might tap pretty nice. Definitely don't want to leave any. Make sure you get that nice and smooth. You sure don't want to leave any edges for anything that transistor wouldn't lay flat down on that. Okay, so how are we going to mount this to this is the next question. I'm going to just go with some double-sided tape for right now. I got some pretty good permanent double-sided tape here. I think I'll just tape it down for now. The only thing I really care that makes good contact with the heatsink is the 2 MOSFETs anyway, so hopefully you're getting that in the shot. So basically I've got some of this. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. I wonder how good it's going to be. Hopefully very sticky. That's what we need. Yeah, it feels pretty good sticky. So I'll just lay a couple pieces down like this. And another piece down on this side. Hey man, this Dollar Tree stuff's pretty sticky, I have to say. I mean, for double-sided tape, that's what you want. Sticky, right? Right? Okay. Now I just need to make sure and get this lined up right. Ooh. Wait a second. I have to have these insulators fit underneath there. Yeah. Got a little wild with the double-sided, didn't I? That's okay. We'll just cut her here. Cut her here. There. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just trying to stick down the secure the circuit board is all I'm trying to really do. So come on, work with me. Man, this stuff is sticky. Wow. Okay, so now I need to lay these pads down. I don't know if I should put any heatsink paste on that or not. That is a debate. Okay, oops. Let me go in. Let's see how we do as far as setting this down now. Hopefully you're catching all this in view. Just want to make sure those holes are kind of centered. Well, I'm definitely set them down now. And then we just want to take a transistor here. Set it in there. And let's hope this... I wonder if I can go with a little smaller one. That was still pretty tight in there. Or if this is... I might have made it too big for this. Actually, that feels pretty good. Maybe we'll go with that one. Don't forget your little insulator here, so that it doesn't short out on the screw. And I need a... Sorry, hopefully you can see this. Now that little driver ain't gonna do it. Where's my Phillips blade? My small Phillips. How can it be missing? Okay. I mean, it's just got to hold it down tight, right? That's the whole point. And just get her to where she's tight. Not quite there. Oh yeah. Okay. Line those three up like that. And let's hope for success on the other side the same way. Same process. Line it up with the insulator. Screw, insulator. You want the little notch to go down to, by the way, on that insulator, so that it fits inside the case of the transistor. If you can't tell by what you're seeing on the recording. taking it real easy on these screws because I've already found out they tend to like to break off if you get over zealous with them. Oh yeah, we got that one good and tight. Let's get them lined up on the pads. And O2D wants me to tighten a little bit more. A little bit more. I mean, I want them down good, but I don't want the screws to break. So I'm just doing it here at a time. Oh yeah, they're down tight. Okay. So there's the transistors down to the heatsink. Now we just want to line them up with the pads, like so, and like so. Get where they're sitting flush down, and let's do a little soldering. One pad or one transistor soldered. No worries on the other part, guys. I'll clip those off when I get this done here. I think we're good there. And we can check it by trying to lift up on them. Yeah, it's definitely nice and secure. So now we'll just take and we'll trim them up. Just like so. I can even Dremel that little nub off of there. Dremel or just prettying it up a little bit. Hey, if it's going to my name on it, I'll make it look pretty, right? Okay, so now we have the MOSFETs installed. We're getting really close on this, guys. Okay, the next thing we need to do is go ahead and put those transistors in there. And let's see how am I going to do that. Boy, that's a small little. Guess I kind of bend them. Yeah, they're going to have to be a lot closer bend than that. Okay, that looks about right. Do I leave them full length or do I trim them down a little bit? I don't want them sticking away out there like that. I'm going to have to trim them down. Okay. How much do I trim them down? I don't want to get them too wild. I'm thinking about like that. Yeah, that'll look good. Oh, this is going to be touchy here. That's a tight little spot for solder. Hopefully this tip I'm using is small enough. I'm going to tin up the resistor. Clean off my tip again. Clean tip is important on a soldering iron. Now let me see if I can get this. Okay, we got one leg down. Just a little bit here. One down of the two. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. That look good to you guys? Okay, one more of those to go. By the way, it's this little fan I got for it. I plug right into the fan controller. Not sure exactly if that's going to keep it cool or how that will work. I was thinking like a little enclosure, maybe something like that, and have a vented on the other side and just the intake here so it forces across. I don't even know how hot it's going to get yet, but thinking ahead there. Okay, now where did my other resistor go? Couldn't have rolled off very far. Man, I go through this every time I work on something. Go to get a part, it's freaking gone. I don't know if it's because I drag my arm on the table or what, but how can that resistor be gone? Wires and one resistor, and now the resistor's disappeared on me. Well, let me stop the video and see where I can find this resistor. Wow, what a wild goose hunt that turned into. I swept the floor, I looked underneath the cabinets, I cleaned off the table, I put all my tools up. I could not find that. I even checked under this a couple times. What I didn't know is this little sucker had creeped its way up over into here, and I wasn't feeling it. I literally had to tear this place apart. I've been looking for 30 minutes for that resistor. Probably would have been better off to go look and see if I had another one in my in my stock. But anyway, I did find it. Wow, what a search that turned into. I want these to be the same height. So I'm just trying to measure it out to cut it. I know that's really OCD, but what can I say? It looks like that's really close. The same process on this one. Bend it. Clip it. And mount it. Okay. It looks like that will work. Get those sandy soldering iron out. Clean the tip. See, we can't tin these just a little bit. Boy, this is a tight fit right here. And there we go. I would tin the resistor. And let's get her mounted in there. Hopefully you're catching this. Trying to give you a really good view on this one. Really good view, and then I mess it up. Telling you, man, that's a tight little fit there. One side done. Straighten her out a little bit. Clean the tip. And hopefully she'll just go right down in there. Like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Straighten them out. Good on height. That's important to me. And if they're straight. There you go, guys. MOSFETs installed. Resistors installed. This is one completed unit, other than the power wires. Which, let me go ahead and get that on this video, so we have completed the construction of it. Now, part 4 will be if it actually works. You've watched me go through the whole thing. I've been pretty meticulous about it. I feel like I haven't missed any steps, and I've done everything per instructions. I'm trying to go read a little bit about how to set this bias on it. I've gotten several conflicting things that you wanted about 3.5 volts or 3.7, but the schematic I had says 2.7, so I don't know. I think I'll start out low and work my way up, maybe. You don't want to do too much bias or you overdrive it. It'll make it distorted, as well as it'll probably blow the MOSFETs. So yeah, it's kind of important that you get it right. And let me trim that off a little bit more. And then get my iron here. Let's go ahead and tin these guys up. Clean my iron. Yes, and orange is going to be my ground. I know that's not optimum, but that just happens to be the wire I have laying around right now, so guess what? That's what it's getting. Quit moving. You know, it's the cold solder joint over that. Okay. Which I don't need quite that much. I'm gonna cut this down to, I'll give it a good 16 inches or so there. And let me strip the other one. Tin it. Looks like we're safe there. I want to make sure that I'm not shorting. That's kind of important. Kind of important. Let me go ahead and tin this one up. That iron's good and hot. Back that down a little bit, actually. And let's get this one in. That click is me turning off the soldering iron, because guess what? We're done soldering. And we'll clip that one off. Yeah, I know it's used wire. Actually, let me pretty it up just a tad bit here if I can. Not necessary, but just because I'm going to make it look a little better. Oh, I'm presenting it right. There we go. That it'll stiffen it up there. Give a little protection there. Hold on, we're going to torch it. Whoa. Yeah, it gets it hot. There we go. About burnt my welding book. Anyway, hopefully you saw all that. Me being silly. Anyway, doesn't that look a little better? Ta-da! Get you a good slow view of that, so if you're trying to use this to put together, you can get a snapshot of right there, and that gives you a reference with every part on install as per diagram or schematic. Anyway, this will conclude episode 3. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please sub and like the video. And by the way, guys, I made 1,000 viewers. I got 1,000 subscribers now. That's awesome, and I want to thank each and every one of you for that, because without your subscribes, I wouldn't be at 1,000. And I know compared to some, that's not much of a milestone, but for me, it's a huge milestone. So thank you. Again, have a great day. This is the Electron Man.